like I said, I guess signing off, taking a break. But I can't. It's like, well, I just want to see more stories or whatever. All right, so I see. As soon as I click on, I see Brett Favre, right? And I don't, because I don't talk about sports, and I don't have no stories. Old school, high school, whatever. The little kid watching whoever, even Jordan for real. Stories about Jordan. I went against them because everybody else was for him. This 92. I still 90. Whatever. And honestly, I wanted him to get a ring. I was like, I was like, and I knew. I said he can't get a ring because basketball, you're not a team to himself. I don't care how good he is, he's not gonna score. I mean, he can't win a championship by himself. Even Jordan, you know. So they probably didn't like me saying that, but that's more intelligence than knowing sports. It's like this common sense. It's like he just can't. There's no way. If you got a team, yeah, he can show out and da da da. Because then, yeah, he getting the triple doubles. Anyway. Uh, so I don't haven't thought about or followed Brett Favre, and and I really didn't follow, but he's like the one of the other ones that I actually followed a little bit once they started going. Cause I remember we was in Fayetteville, we went to a sports bar when they was in the Super Bowl. Had to be the Super, right? Because like I said, I don't pay attention. And like I said, my homeboy at the time, my East Boone Coons, we met in jump school. But at first, that's where when I'm learning about, we were all learning. We had got there together, whatever. But and literally, he was MI. Literally, he come from Fort Huachuca. He was S2. He is literally, obviously he's MI. So, but I never. Why would we talk about his job? We didn't talk about my job, you know. But I was in an MI unit, and he's literally MI. He's from New York. Da da da. And he played football in high school, so he cared about sports. Whatever. But and I remember I told you I used to fuck with him all the time about that New York shit, New York, cause especially by the time Biggie came out by the end of '95, whatever. They was all he was loving it, but I would try to, but when I was because I had a car first, obviously that's what I'm saying. He's MI, you know. But I don't look at it, looking back, I don't look at it, I do suspiciously, obviously because that's how I met him. I went to go pick up somebody out the blue. It's hard to explain. It was Saturday. I had been there 2 weeks because I didn't take leave. I didn't take leave. Most people even take leave after AIT and go back home. Like say you went across the country. You're from California and you're an infantry dude. You're way in Columbus, Georgia. You go to base and infantry, 11 Bravo. After all that, and you go to jump school, you go take. I didn't want to take leave, and Columbus ain't that far from Birmingham. I really could have just drove home every weekend because I had a car. I had a hoopty, literally. I could have went home every weekend and jump school from Columbus to Birmingham. But anyway, so after jump school, I went straight, and everybody else took leave. So I knew they'd be coming, but there was a dude who was in AIT with me, and he was a college dude, light skinned dude, So that means he was an E4, what I'm saying. So the whole time he never fucked with us. Yeah, we were like knuckleheads. He's older than us. I guess he's like 24 or something. Got out. Graduated college, couldn't find a job, joined the military. He was still young, but he's like 20. So he come in as an E4. He's like older than us. So he never really fucked with us like that. He never hung out. I'm talking about the time I was in Augusta. But he was cool. He was cool. You know what? I guess y'all almost say like Carlton from Fresh Prince, but they didn't look alike because he was light skinned. But I'm just saying, he's like one of them. But he was knowledgeable. He wasn't from the hood or none of that. But nobody made fun of him like that. Oh, you're a nerd and da 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 and this and that. None of that because he was older than us. So you listen to, but graduation from AIT and he had signed up to go to jump school too. And so, but I didn't even. We graduated. I'm on the road. I'm finna hit the road because everybody else finna take the bus from Augusta to from Augusta to Columbus, and I could drive my and I didn't even have no money, but that wasn't even it. As some said, let me go by the. I think there was a Greyhound station on Fort Gordon, probably is. I can't remember. Yeah, he's standing there. He's the only one. I said, and he is almost like, I'm getting the car. My car, the body was clean. It was a Buick 225, a 1984. So it was only 10 years old. This is an 11 years old car, but had a big old V. That was clean too. But the dude sold it for like $300. The white dude. And I drove it over, and I ain't even know enough to get it fixed or change the oil or none of that. The spark plugs, but the four door, the big body, because really I was gonna do it like they do now. Maybe donks and all that. That's what but I was gonna put 30s and Vogues on there. I was gonna hook it up. Because I had seen around Birmingham, and by then Outcast video with all this and that. Different style of hooking up cars, old schools and this and that. So anyway, and really I could have, but I didn't. I ended up buying a newer used car. It was a Beretta, and I sold it to my team leader, a corporal. He was a black dude. He put my hoopty across the front. He did, He was the one who showed me about selling plasma. He had been to Italy. There's an airborne group in Italy, Vicenza. But he was just a E4, but he's a corporal. He had stripes, and really nowadays that's kind of rare in the Army. Even in the 90s, it's rare getting corporal stripes. Because technically they could have gave them to me, because the points were so high. They could have gave them corporal stripes to me 2 years later, because I was a team leader by then. Not his. I'm just saying. I think I should. You in that position, so I shouldn't have been a specialist. But whatever. I don't know what. I never asked how it led to it. All right. So anyway, I know this. I'm supposed to be talking about Brett Favre, because I haven't even watched it. It's just all right. So whatever. All that, and I told the story before on video. It's on it. All right. So it's a Saturday. I know they went through, because none of us are infantry, so we don't go straight to 82nd. We go to 18th first for a week. It's on the same basis. Fort Bragg is huge. You're just up there for a week because they know you're going to 82nd. Whatever you do that, you process there. And so I knew they had been on post for a week, but now they on 82nd. And some just said, and I had been riding around. I had explored. So Saturday, sunny day, whatever. Let me go see down to Ripple. I went down to wherever, or not, wherever. And I went, and both of them niggas standing out there. Get in, niggas. Whatever. But he was older than us, so he get in. But that he didn't fuck with us. But being him and me, but he was he would say over the years, over the 2, 3 years, 4 years, 3 years I was there, whatever, not 4, 3.5. He's like, man, see when we was in jump school, you had that car and you would never. I'm like, you saw me leave. I would leave. They would dismiss us. I would run upstairs, take a shower, and just leave. But they told us the first day, if we catch you in them bunks sleep, it's a weekday after training, you gonna be buffing the floor doing something. I ain't doing that shit. And I got a car, and I just ride around Augusta, Georgia. That's what I learned about credit. I told you I was in the mall again, and jewelry store, probably K Jewelry or whatever the jewelry, and it was like, since it's Augusta, Georgia, Fort Benning is there. I mean, not Augusta, Columbus, Georgia. Fort Benning is there. There's like a $99 little rope chain and airborne wings, gold, 14 or probably 10K, and I was finna buy. And I remember I said I'm not getting tattoos of, like this World War II, even whatever, Marines or Navies or whatever. I'm not getting Army, and I was airborne already. By this point I know it's a cakewalk. I know I'm finna graduate. I'm not finna get airborne tattoos and none of that. To me, I thought, but in our generation that shit lame. This ain't 1942 3 or 4. Like, you getting tattooed, Marine tattoo, any of it, gang tattoo, all that shit lame. I ain't getting. Everybody got. I thought that way back then from the beginning. That shit lame. I don't know why, but I wasn't getting no tattoos. This it just was lame. It wasn't no nothing. Oh, it's religious. It don't desecrate your body. That shit lame, man. This ain't 19. You're not a sailor straight out of World War II. And getting the anchor on your forearm like Popeye, or something like that, or whatever. I don't know. Even Vietnam, it's like, no, man. This is 1994. I'm not getting no fucking tattoos. I ain't getting no gang. I'm not getting no tattoos. But I wasn't getting no damn tattoos. That's him. Is that the dude? Yeah, Captain Kick-Ass. That's what he looked like. The little ass shorts. He look like he kicked the shit out of your ass. Look at his legs. What is he? Filipino? Is he? What's the ones that do that shit that come from Philippine Taekwondo? Not the Philippine. Yeah. Bam. He kicked you like 100 feet. Taekwondo, yeah, is it Taekwondo? Kickboxing, yeah. So yeah, it's like who gonna make fun of him with them little ass shorts on? Bolo, yeah, that nigga like Bolo or or in kickbox. What's the nigga name in kickboxing? Him was it Bolo? Bolo too old to have been in kickboxing, was it? He was with John Claude Van Damme. See, that's a racist joke. We see it, but yeah, to y'all, it's racism, but it's actually a compliment, right? Is it? But anyway, so it wouldn't be me. That was that. It's like, no, is that fear or scared? But anyway, so you know, we picked dude up. I mean, both of them. But anyway, long story short, he's actually MI. But I mean, the other dude, the older dude, he's both of us are Camo, right? Uh, but he went to 82nd Sig. I dropped him off. But me and old boy, but he was saying, oh yeah, he said I would always run, and I'm like, yeah, I did, cause they were like, it was like I wasn't finna just be sitting around the barracks either, trying to find something to do, but not go to sleep. And I got it, and I did. Just remember I told you that's why that Illinois scraps had just came out. I bought that 99. I really only had one speaker. Them GMs normally, the AC Delco should have sounded. All I had was the little 3.5 inch, but I'd be riding around all night long. Where my homies creeping through. By myself riding around Columbus. I couldn't even tell you nothing about. I can't remember. And they knew it. I guess everybody knew it. But I'm like, why didn't you say so? I would have definitely get in, nigga. But he's like, well, you ain't say nothing to me. I'm like, but no, he was joking by then. I guess joking. It's like 2 years later, hey, nigga, I would see you leave every day in jump school. But I'm like, why didn't you should have said so? I'm like, because that would have been awkward either way. Then if you're saying it was awkward, it would be awkward. Hey, I don't. Maybe I could have. I don't know. But who? Why? Why would I just pick you out? All right. So my point saying is, by then, we got our routine and over girls' house, got girls, whatever, around Fayetteville. It's like 2 years. I don't know what year it was, but I know we went to the sports bar to see Green Bay, and they had to be in the Super Bowl. That's one of the only times in the '90s, probably in my life I ever, I mean, by the 2000, me and my other homie, he had went in the Navy after I went in the Army, and he's 6'6". Me and him would go to the Applebee's all the time, and this was by then. This was like 2000s. It would just be me and him. What I mean by that, we got a big crew, but everybody else, I don't know what they was doing every Sunday. So me and him, he would go to Applebee's. The rest of them wouldn't come. And like I said, one time we called it a shift. It's like we got there at 10. We ain't leave in like 8 hours. We was up in the Apple. But what's saying Peyton was playing. But I think it was Gangstar because he would say some of the stuff I said about Peyton, how cool he was, meaning when he called plays under pressure after they might be losing. And I felt, but and it probably was, the gangsta, but Tony Dungy was the coach. He was a black coach. So why y'all mad? Yeah, everything got to be racist, racist, racist. I'm like, if that's who I like, he looked the coolest. They lose it. He just go and pick, and it actually works. He calmly just, what, we're gonna do this and da da da. Why shouldn't I, as a black man, like that? We're men. That's what I'm saying. I tried it. That's what I'm talking about. Nowadays, if football season is, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I fuck around for this Sunday and I go to the store because my route goes right past the stadium. It does just because that's the way back. I could go, and sometimes I get caught, and you'll see all these women. And that's what I'm saying. Now, all this feminism, yeah. Now football going to the game, women and that couples. No, it should just be the men, and y'all should be at home. No, it's not sexism. It's like if you care about your kids, if you're a mom, and you don't care for real. You really don't. I don't care. You learning stats and you learning this and you recognizing plays because you're smart. Yeah, you're a vixen. Exactly, you a vixen. That's what you're doing, and you probably do love your husband. I'm just saying, y'all trying to really. It's like no, you don't care. Find something else. Don't y'all chill with these going to the games. I don't even like sports like that, but that's why everything's out of whack. It's phony. Obviously gonna be hoes at the game. It's always been that, But them the group is just like a rap or before rap, Smokey Robinson or anything, rock and roll or Elvis. There's always the groupies, but you supposed to be a wife. You a groupie going to the game too in front of your husband and kids. All right, it's like, what does this have to do? You know, I bet that cat's so happy he not with them Haitians. You see, you could always make. We're guys. That's what we do. That's what I'm saying. You younger guys, if you don't know how to make jokes like I just made, all that, But we do that. The memes, no, y'all been trained to not say. Here you go, more planes, but the cloud cover. How you taking pictures of me with cloud covers, if that's what it's supposed to be? Now that's just like a combo. I learned cloud cover. We got the sat phone satellite. I don't know what we gonna. I don't know. We you fucked kind of with this kind of cloud cover. We got to get out of here somewhere. Got to find seriously. They firing down on us, and radio. That's my job. As far as setting up with that, that's just radio signal. That's what we're for. That's what literally our job. So it don't matter. As long as we don't set up under trees and all that, y'all out there, we're in the middle, meaning we're out there too, but we're in the middle. Like say this is the base, we're somewhere like 20 miles away set up with big and we, tend to fit into a bag and we're transmitting so the people that's even further out can transmit. So yeah, we're sitting ducks. Basically my job was sitting, it's not but anyway, I forgot about something. They done had a fucking orgy on the side of my car. That's not. That's. I don't think there's a spider. I think those are the. What's this? What do you call it? The motherfucking. that changes to butterflies, caterpillars or something. Yeah, they mating or something right there. They didn't, they got crystal too. Cause yeah, that's the silkworms. All that shit. These motherfuckers. That's why I said it's an orgy. They done had an orgy, you know. But all right, so the whole point, I'm finna find out what this, because it's like really he's like the only besides Peyton. And y'all could be mad. You didn't care about Mike. I never liked him before the. uh That's why I didn't like Mike Vick in the beginning. Before the pit bull shit. I remember, everybody, when it first happened. I just like somebody who can stand in the pocket, all that breakdancing, literally, yeah, popping and locking. I know they don't pop and lock, Some of them are good at it. Mike Vick, what's the sucker? Sierra sucker, uh, Wilson, Russell can he get out? He can scramble too, right? But that's not all they do. And it's racism or you're a sellout if I don't like them niggas that you know who can't stand there. And I ain't talking about taking a hit, but you call you yeah you da 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 zoom. I know to y'all it looks exciting, but it never looked exciting to me. I never liked all that running around and woo James Brown shit. Woo woo woo. You the quarterback, and then yeah, he got an incredible arm too. They do. And they can read. That's you got to give them their props. I just don't. But yeah, Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, they're boring. They just stand. No, that's what you like. And then they, to pick you apart. So, know, instead of being James Brown, woo, hey. I mean, obviously, it's way more complicated than, yeah. See, that's because of y'all that even I got to explain. Because guy jokes, a real man, you understand my joke. That's all. You laugh at your ass off. But Democrat, no, it's way more complicated than just in the stats show and this and that shows. Actually, Vic was a better. Blah, 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 blah. No, bro. I don't give a fuck. Exactly. Yeah, it's like and one. It's like the and one mixtape, Oh, that's all niggas want to be. They want to just be dancing ass niggas. Puffy, that's that puffy shit. Dance, woo, woo. Now all of a sudden Puffy is funny to y'all. It's like no to y'all because I told you, and I got on multiple times on my channel. I've been saying it. Y'all came at me. Y'all even had a younger nigga come at me years ago before I moved over here. This is about 20 when I had the Mustang, 2018, right? This nigga want to fight me about my comments about Puffy in the East Coast. And all that he did, it's like, all right, chill, little homie. But he's like, I'm on the East. I'm standing like, you don't even know what you talking about. It wasn't no biggie to me. It was that. Take Puffy. Take that. See? And that's what I'm telling you, this whole thing. What do you think about Puffy and whatever y'all call him Diddy? It's like I refuse. It's like no. And I said it back then, nigga. I used to leave comments, whatever. Maybe a Gene Deal video or whatever. No, nigga, your name is Puffy. It will never change. No. Diddy. It ain't no fucking Diddy. Nigga, you Puffy. That's the end to the day you die. That's your fucking name, nigga. You ain't changing it. Diddy. No, I don't give you. If you do, that's your own people put you in prison, nigga. If you try to sell everybody else out, who knows about Pac and Biggie, whatever. You did all that shit. Put Suge in jail, all that shit. But, they're going to change your name. It's like, well, I'd always, like you said, if he did all that, you don't care about Cassie, no, nothing but like Pac and Biggie, and put Suge in. And your biggest beef is he tried to change his name. Yes, that's my biggest. That's the most egregious. You will always be a fucking puff, a cream puff, Puffy. You're not no Diddy, none of that. You're fucking Puffy. It's the end of it. Whatever your people mad at you for, or maybe you taking one for the team, I don't know. You're a fucking puffy, nigga. Shit, you can't. Fuck out of here. Fucking Diddy. The hell out of here. Oh, nigga. Trying to fool the kids, exactly. You trying to fool the youth with that bullshit. My name Puff. No, nigga, you a Diddy. I'll be the Puffy. Yeah, whatever. But anyway, back to this.
Also lost an investment in a company that I believe was developing a breakthrough concussion.
But I don't know about what they're talking about in the comments. He should be in jail for what is he talking about? Does it give him a right to steal? Brett doing what to garner sympathy for stealing from the poor. In my opinion on that is not because I'm as y'all would say, a Brett Favre stan. It's like stealing. It's America. If you're poor, you need to be in a mental hospital. Seriously, this whole thing. So that's what this video is finally getting me to recognize. In this day and age, if you're poor, who did he see? I don't see it. Is he finna? Because hawks don't pick up cats. He see somebody. Let's see. He finna fuck somebody up. Is he? Ain't it? A rabbit. Is there a rabbit? Well, nah, he leaving. Is that, I don't know. Maybe who knows what kind of type of technology they got. Maybe that is the FBI. We think what they got will automatically look like a drone. Corny. It's shaped like a bird but look like a kite. But who knows what they got type technology? Because he sure left when I pointed at him. No, I'm just being funny. That's comedy. It's called comedy. It's like, they got some shit, that look literally that indistinguishable from a fucking hawk or anything, and it's fucking government Democrat surveillance. Evil nerds.
I thought would help others, and I'm sure you'll understand why it's too late for me, because I've recently been diagnosed with Parkinson's. This is also a cause dear to my heart. Recently, the doctor runs.
All right, so they're saying he did something. I don't know. I haven't been paying. So I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna let this play, and then I'm gonna look up what he did. Supposedly he did something.
Be guilty to taking TANF money for his own use. I believe that I got swept up in a civil lawsuit at the instigation of State Auditor Shad White, an ambitious public official who decided to turn
an ambitious Democrat. I don't know. I'm just co-signing. See, this is like what I said about you always got to choose your, no character and choose your homeboys. Remember I told you they're used. Well, I don't know. Well, I still could jump in without knowing the details. You would do that, but you tell us because y'all are stupid, all of y'all. I know the people I know that, basically I trained them. They know better not to come at me, but they won't get it. And so if it's like that, where I got to jump in or they got called, I can wait to find out after what we done that we're all good. The police say, because more we're smart, if that's the case. But either way, in the hood is going to be on our side. That's why they came and got me and somebody else. They know better than over some dumb shit, over a chick, this and that. It got to be a real egregious if you coming to get me. And that's what everybody I know, and they know I'm gone right then. I never had to worry about that. Nothing's come back to bite me in my ass.
My reputation to try to advance his own political career. Even after he applauded me for returning the funds and said there was no evidence that I knew TANF funds were involved. And strangely enough, Shad did not bring the TANF misuse issue to the Department of Justice, but to a local DA, who himself is now under federal and criminal investigation.
So let me find out, what is he talking about? And you see all the comments, that's how you know it's bullshit. That's why I came to make this video. I wasn't even gonna make no videos right now. So you had to come out here for Brett Favre. Yeah, I did. It's like, so now I gotta find out what the hell all the comments. Yeah, I have Parkinson's, so I stole from the poor people. That right there is why are you still poor? And how are you letting somebody steal from you? Something wrong with you. You need to be in a mental hospital if people can steal from you. In this day and age, yeah, something wrong with you. You need you need to be locked up away from the rest of us.
Most people are too lazy to do this, but it's. We are exactly 6 weeks away from Election Day, and the latest New York Times Siena College poll shows President Trump leading in critical swing states in Arizona.
These polls, who do the polls to this day? And where I get that question from, again, I always go back to when I was like 9 or 10. Whenever it had to be 9 because of the '84 election, if I can remember it clearly. Because the '80 election, I probably don't remember. 1980 or 7, because that would have been '79. So this had to be '84, '83. Who are these polls? Who do they poll? And to this day, I don't know nobody's that's been fucking polled. And now it's the internet. Who's polling all these people? The internet. You know, who's doing the polling? Who's doing? They said it back then. Who's doing the polling? The old folks, the old black folks, who doing it? Because I guess it was Reagan and whoever in '84, Mondale or whoever. But who's doing the polls? The polls, the polls. Back then they were talking about money overseas. That's all. And space. Oh yeah, they were mad about space. Even though I had wanted to be an astronaut when I was like, uh, in kindergarten, 4 years before. But by then I was done with the astronaut, and I wanted to be a fighter pilot. By '84, jets. I knew about the F-14 and F-15. That F-4 fan. And I think at that time I'm just reading. And you do your YouTube research or whatever. F4 Phantom, had problems and this and that. And technically, I guess the F-15 would be the best Eagle, But I just wanted to fly for carrier. And like I said, Tom Cruise and them fulfilled our dream by the time I was like 13 or 12, really, with Top Gun. But for years, and so I always was the F-14, F-14. But anyway, uh, yeah, so one of their beasts was all about space. Why are they spending all this money in space? There's people down here, this is like '83, '84. Space. But now a lot of things we see now, they might not do it, was the space race, and the weapons in space. That's why Ronald Reagan, and also to shoot down weapons inside airspace that can't go in, ballistic missiles. That was the start. He called it Star Wars. Now we know, I can look and see and study and see what he was talking about. But but he was my great uncle, but he was a World War II vet. He was in the Navy. They all this technology stuff, they didn't understand it for real. Why y'all spending all this money in space? And I remember them saying it, all these poor people, they, then they, the Middle East, all that. To this day, obviously, same thing. No, they said it back then. I didn't understand. They was talking about the Bible. I was like, them people been fighting since the Middle East, and America got to go with it. Yeah, they call it the world's police. This was in '83. Why America got to be the world's police? America got to go around. And, my uncle, his nephew, my uncle, he was a Vietnam vet. We got, and so they, I guess they tired of war and and we had Korean War veterans in our family. So like every war, we got their people getting. And later on, I got Desert Storm. I was only 16, but I'm just saying. So but this was before they like, why are they all this American world's? They called the world in the '80s. They called it why America got to be the world's police. And it wasn't just them. It was the black church folks, I guess. But But did you see that male person? Honestly, they're more guy jokes. she had a hell of a lot, or the person, whatever you saw it, right? Of cologne, they're still mad because why? I guess they try to act like no, I take, and that's just normal. No, since I grew up, I take a bath every morning, a shower. But she had a whole lot of spray, super spray, cologne. Oh, I keep calling C, but she looked like she would get mad. You were with her. I keep saying it. And she's a federal Democrat, exactly. Because look, Liv, when you rewind the video when I post it, I think, or can't you can rewind it as I'm talking. You see her, yeah, you really can't tell not until you get it. Then start to see, okay, she didn't have a mastectomy. You see, that's what I say. These are what they call jokes that are inappropriate. All of that, no, it's like what the, but but either way, she got a whole bunch of uh this smell like, I get that much. It did smell like cologne. It smelled like perfume. So I guess identifies that I was right. But that's when they keep getting mad about me every more. I don't know why they are so mad about these showers, normal showers. I've been doing it my whole life. I don't know why it's such a big. I guess because poor people can't, as they say, the bums, the ones they're holding down, can't take one. Because they live in the streets. I don't know what that's about. But I did. You think about it. You saw. For some reason she walked that way and then came this way and then waved and then put my mail in there. You know, whatever, and then bounced. So the whole thing.
Trump leading in critical swing states in Arizona, for example. Trump is up 50%.
Anyway, back what are the polls? Who are the polls? Like that's why everybody's like, not just we don't believe them because of the last election. Anybody, is there a YouTube video, where you get your information? No. Where are any type of TikTok, Instagram of people getting polled? Who are these people that get polled? Where are the polls? Nobody's asking who are and where are the polls. They're leading in the polls. What polls? Who? Who do they poll? In this day and age, everything is on video. There's always some asshole on TikTok. Oh, I'm getting polled right now. Exactly. And why should a poll be illegal to post? Who's doing? Because it's not the government. It's supposed to be a news organization doing the polls, or the pollsters, as they call them. Who? These pollsters aren't federal government, so it's not your private. If you want to give your poll, do they go door to door? Where are they doing these polls? And they said that in the 80s. Where are they doing these polls? Who is getting who? Where are the polls? I haven't seen one to this day. And a lot of people ask that. Where are the fucking polls? Where are the TikTok videos, Instagram, Facebook, whatever? And those are, Democrat friendly. Democrat friendly. Where TikTok definitely Chinese owned, communist. Where are the TikTok videos of people getting polled? Official polls, not just opinions, man on the street. Let me know. This is the form. This is da da da. This is the posters. The da 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 da. Whatever the official poll that all the news stations use and the candidates use, the AP poll or whatever. This is the form. This is the real poll. I'm getting polled. Where are the videos? We've never seen these mythical. They're like a fucking unicorn. Where you can't, but Bigfoot, the polls are like Bigfoot. Supposedly all these people getting polled, but nobody's ever seen it.
The Harris is 45.
But anyway, let me see what this Brett Favre scandal is about. And now they're saying he don't deserve. Yeah, because what it is. They're mad, about Biden, and yeah. So, but we see why Brett Favre would have because he's a and he was a quarterback. He's getting hit, and they tried to that concussion thing, da da da, and now he got Parkinson's. But that's just like Muhammad Ali, Parkinson's. And I remember again the older folks They was like, you can count the times. That's another thing. Nowadays, black folks can't say things like what I'm about to say. You can count the times on your hands that Muhammad Ali got hit in the head, and these were old folks. They were the same age or a little bit younger than Muhammad. And this was when he first by the when was that? The early '90s. I know I probably was still in high school when he started getting Parkinson's or coming out that he got Parkinson's. And so they saw his fights, and this is, my folks that's they saw him in person in Queens. I remember y'all got mad I made that comment and they tried to, I guess, fact check me because I was like, I remember as a kid, honestly, I tell the truth, I guess my mom was gushing about him. She was like 16 or 17. She even told me, and she saw him on like Astoria, not Astoria, Corona or whatever, back, and it was him and Malcolm X, but, obviously they was gushing over Muhammad because he probably was on like 20 something, 21. And she said, I never forget, this is. But the point was, they were like, they always, because they're going off of the movies. It was in Harlem. They was always like, all them places, whatever. They was young. They all over New York. And, they some teenage girls and da-da-da. And they saw Muhammad Ali standing there. And he was like in his prime, 22 or 21. He 16. And I think I told y'all that maybe on video or whatever. And then they tried to check me, but she corrected. Like she was there. This was like only about 2 years ago. Like no, because they said that's the only time. They be on such a it's just like it's a whole big old. So yeah, it's such and such boulevard or that. Well. But as usual, everything I say got to be a lie. I'm like, I wasn't even alive. She was 16. It's like, what do you? So obviously, I don't know the whole story. And honestly, I'm like appalled. Like, why would you tell me? How about you? I'm your son, not your daughter. Why are you? Muhammad Ali? I'm not married. But I'm like, why would you even tell me that? you know. But what is the scandal with Brett Favre? What are they talking about? What did he do? Where's the money he stole? Welfare scandal. Okay, here we go. Let's find out. All right, here we go. And honestly, as players, nope, no offense. And y'all don't know who's most people, unless except the football people. I don't know why. I like Shannon Brother better. I did. I don't. That's why I remember Shannon so much. Not because of his playing and winning with the Broncos. It was Sterling. No offense. And I'm not because I see now you're like, oh yeah, Shannon Sharp is delivering crushing blow. Why you ain't been? I'm just saying I never really saw Shannon. I did like the Broncos. Matter of fact, did they play together or something? Brett got traded. This was by the time Brett was old. He was playing with Shannon, wasn't
On then Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant. Favre requested money for an indoor football practice facility.
We know the case. NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre is facing.
I mean, before I watch it, this is not me being a Brett stan, and like I said, I really didn't like Shannon at all. Not like that. And I remember I told you the whole Cat Williams thing is really them. I mean, I think Cat Williams is being real, but as far as Shannon, yeah, he's mocking me the whole thing.
Knowingly took $5 million of state welfare money to build a new volleyball facility for his daughter's team 5 years ago at her.
Okay, the stealing from the poor, state welfare money. But y'all not mad at the PPP scams where they took money to buy Lamborghinis, black niggas posting on Instagram. If we gonna do whataboutism, as y'all like to say, y'all call it whataboutisms. We gonna do what about. And I'm telling you, you don't want none of this. I'm dead serious. Y'all made up that phrase, whataboutisms. It ain't about Brett Favre. We getting tired of y'all with these double standards, hypocritical shit. Y'all, it's a white university and da 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 da. Look, he built something that people are gonna be able to use for generations. Y'all took PPP money to buy a Hellcat and do donuts.
University and his alma mater. We know the major players. It shows that Brett Favre asked the head of a nonprofit handling welfare funds.
But this was in 2017.
If you were to pay me, is there any way that the media could find out where it came from and how much? We know the allegations.
This is like, so what? We know the media is. That's what y'all are so stupid. The media, NBC, MSNBC, y'all are so stupid. Everybody knows the media is. So of course, smart people, they're gonna twist it and lie. This is not us sticking up for Brett Favre. It's the same thing as a man. Look, they ran out too, cause dude pulled up. I just heard the noise. I was wondering. I thought it was another car, but it's a motorcycle dude. But I thought they was gone. Honestly, yeah, her over there. But yeah, so basically they watching me. You saw her just run out as soon as I wanted to. He got some pipes on there. I was like, who is that? Da da da. But it don't sound like one of them white boy cars. Brr, 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 I mean, they don't have bass. Or that like that Infinity. So I was, it's just like that dude yesterday. They get scared. They was, it's, like, remember I told you, like, when I'm in the store, right? And they telling themselves, that's what, you got to be cool. You got to be cool. Don't, look, here come this nigga. You got to be cool. Don't lose. Yeah, so that means motorcycle dude pulled up. They was running something. They don't want me to keep talking. And they send this nigga driving by. You see, he drive. Yeah, he an old ass, nasty ass nigga. He don't speak. He don't. Yeah, he old as fuck. And then, no, I'm gonna. Hopefully, I'll be old one day. You got. Yeah. So there's no hate like that. But it's like I said, I'm not gonna hate on young niggas like him. You driving a motherfucking I'm younger than him, right? Yeah, just hate. That's all it just hate. This clown right here. All right, so anyway, I just heard the pipes, it sounded a little, but I'm like, is there something, so they didn't want me, so they was doing something, had to be. They were doing some of their witchcraft, and I must have broke the spell. So I got it. Yeah, she ran out. She just ran out because I wanted to see. Or maybe he ain't on their side. Maybe that's why he pulled up. He got on all black. He a white boy. He got on all. But all right, so the scandal, niggas still. Then I was talking about niggas and they riding around, and then on top of it, they don't even do it right. Like I said, they don't have. It's like I can't even describe. They got a Hellcat, but they got them nasty ass. And I was in Birmingham about 2 years, and it was a white boy and he had the right pipes on it. That shit sound like it's supposed to sound. No different. Is the same. Just boo, 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 boo. Some boilers. These are little boy shit. You gonna steal the money, do it right. You don't even do it right. You some lame ass. You got a fucking Hellcat engine, and it sounds like a fucking scooter with that's being strangled. If you go steal, do it right, nigga. At least make it work. These niggas lame. Effeminate. All right, so supposedly, like I said, you see Nowadays, it's like nobody trusts them, so they're trying to use themselves, the fact that he don't want them to know, as a litmus test that he must have been doing something wrong, when everybody knows you lie. Everybody knows, so that proves he was doing something right, and he knew. Yeah, exactly. He knew he was doing something. Probably his daughter's school, he got taped, was a white school. I figured out, Brett. I figured it out. His daughter's school was a white college, probably, and he knew. The media at that time this is 2017, would have took would especially 20. You spent that money to build, and it's not just for his daughter. Brett Favre from Louisiana, poor white. He's no different than a nigga from Harlem making it to the NFL. He's from the goddamn swamp, the real swamp, right? Louisiana. He's building something for his wife. Okay, so what? And yeah, he took money, but y'all would have tore him apart for taking money that he rightfully did for these white rednecks, or whatever you want to call them, white trash, his folks. He knew y'all would have tore them apart. Black Lives Matter, and it's for welfare. But then at the same, I've heard it myself. I heard it personally. White folks are the main ones on welfare. Duh, because there's more of them. They outnumber us by hundreds of, whatever. We're only 13%. So, of course, if you know math, if your dumb ass understand, it's not even a racial term. It's a minority is a mathematical term. You're the smallest. It could be all black people. I don't even know the names of your stupid, the only ones I know, Ice Spice and Glorilla. Say you got 10 people, 10 black kids in their 20s, and they ask who like Ice Spice and who like Glorilla, and they raise their hands, and only 3 people raise their hand for Glorilla. The 3 people, that means in that group, the minority is the Glorilla fans. That's all that means. You're the lesser. The majority, and the majority are Ice Spice. I don't know. I just made that's a scenario. I'm trying to explain to you, stupid motherfuckers, what majority and minority mean. Has nothing to do with race. Has to do with the amount of numbers, and that's why we're outnumbered. And so yeah, as you know why he asked. That's common. He wasn't. And at that time, who? In 2017, a white dude, it don't matter. He saw they was attacking athletes, white athletes, and he's a retired athlete. All his money could have get if he did anything wrong. That's why he was. I just figured. At 2017, if he did anything wrong, they would have kept the media. They not just would have crucified. They would have took his lost all types of shit, phony bullshit lawsuits. That's why I looked it up. Some told me, let me look this up. I wasn't even gonna pay attention. I said, what? Brett Favre? Brett Favre stole it. And because in the comment section, all them fake comments, they fake. He deserved to be, because they mad because Democrats did real shit. Look, he covering his face. He got a city job. Yeah, they did like him. They did real shit where they deserved to be in prison. And all they got is he asked. Yeah, he asked. And no, I don't give a fuck. You can be mad. Come get some then, nigga. If you want, not seriously, you want some, come get some. He asked because he know y'all gonna twist it and lie. And like I said, he didn't come from rich. Y'all, if he wasn't rich, he'd just be some white dude. Maybe if he got a good job, he might be able to afford, and used to play in high school. Some dude on a construction site, maybe. That's what he looked like. Look at Brett Favre right now. He look like some of the people I worked for, used to when I was on labor finders last year, That's where he come from. If anything, he had to work. He would have worked his way to just a house and maybe an F-150, and that's it. If he wasn't a quarterback or one of the greatest quarterbacks. And y'all get, football people, I never argue with, who care. But I would say I know at least enough. I said one of. It's like we got see. This means he would no. This means everybody knew, even back then, smart people knew. That's why he was a good quarterback. He was smart.
Essentially, the former Green Bay Packers legend is accused of being part of a scheme that funneled welfare funds to him and projects where he had a vested interest. However, Favre is not alone, as the state's largest ever public corruption case involves the misappropriation of more than $77 million intended for the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families program.
He has sued this guy.
Everything is for needy families. That's another thing. Y'all keep wanting to be. Why do y'all still want to be needy families? And this day is, like I said, something wrong with you. You don't need money. There's 77 million that was supposed to be for needy families, need to be for building mental institutions to lock your motherfucking ass up in a goddamn crazy house. You still a needy family in 2024. Whoever's the head of your family needs to be locked the fuck up. Cause you crazy. You can't figure it out. You really got to keep stealing. You really got to keep welfare. And no, nobody said welfare is just supposed to be, for a couple of months till you get back on your feet. Y'all want to live off it. You okay, then okay, fine. But don't fucking come after the rest of us. Cause we laugh at you. And yeah, we just gonna keep going. Oh, you got 10 cars. Yeah, bitch, I got 10 cars. Fuck you, hoe. And then on top of it, you probably started off with a better advantage. You just was a hoe and wanted to get pregnant over and over again. Probably had more than I did.
Brett Favre was introduced to these people who had control.
And that's all y'all care about. Y'all say mean. Yes, I'm saying mean things on purpose. I'm telling you what God love. Read the Bible. It ain't me you playing with. I ain't got no power like that. You just keep trying to think you on. How long you think you're little, like right now, you got a little 3-year-old baby you hiding behind. That motherfucker ain't gonna be 3 years old forever. 10 years from now, they gonna be 13. And your ass still do exactly. So no, that's why I say what I say. You trying to, I got 3, I need diapers, that motherfucker ain't gonna be 3 years old forever.
And over the nonprofit part of the Mississippi government funds.
And after his lawyer talked a big game,
he gonna try to tell. That's what I'm saying. Thievery. You hiding behind kids trying to steal our fucking money. And I'm telling you, that's not gonna work.
I guarantee you the jury in Mississippi will make certain he learns how to apologize. It's going to cost Pat McAfee millions of dollars. And if it bankrupts him, then he will have learned his lesson about you don't try to promote yourself by inappropriately and improperly attacking somebody else. He's gonna learn a lesson the hard way.
wow, this happened.
I am pleased to report that based solely on me again clarifying these points now, with no settlement paid, Brett is...
See, everything, all of it, the whole thing, it's the same, just... Nowadays, YouTube people, that even Shannon Sharp, he's a YouTube person now. All of it, everybody, the poor people, they see the whole thing. And like they said, one person, they can steal you. They'll be able to use that facility for generations. All that, y'all mad for no reason. Fake outrage.
Drawing his suit against me.
You see the headlines from across the world. Thousands of lives lost. Millions displaced from their homes.
Be a welcomer. What the hell is this ad? A welcomer? Are they actually having an ad about illegal immigrants? Be a welcomer? These Democrats, YouTube, they're gone crazy. That's why I still fuck with YouTube, so we can see this bullshit. The largest coalition in resettlement history. They calling replacement, and for you black folks, you stupid. They finna replace your ass with people who they think will be lifetime Democrat voters. They call it resettlement history. They actually had the nerve to put that. And no, it's not the algorithm. They know what the fuck I'm doing. They know I'm broadcasting live right now. These folks are crazy. These folks are crazy. Is it? They just said exactly. See, they still just hiding behind. See, that's why I just said this is what they're crazy. So all of this is that's why I said this ad. Didn't I tell you? They thought I was gonna push skip, but I wanted to see. I just pushed pause. I'm gonna let it play. And so that person, they told whoever that was, they thought I was gonna push skip, right? They thought I was gonna skip past that ad, and it's supposed to show. I guess, oh, he don't care. No, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm exposing you stupid motherfuckers for your stupidity. This military shit. You fucking with the 82nd Airborne Division.
He's running for their lives. And you wonder, who can help? The answer is you. Right now, refugees are desperately seeking safety across the U.S.
Refugee. No, these are motherfucking gangsters smiling at me, all that shit. I don't know that, whatever. Try to, whatever, star shit. Ain't no refugee. Ain't nobody falling for it. They did the sad music. These are refugees. No, bitch. Ain't nobody falling for that shit.
Communities like yours. Think about the kind of support you and your family might need if you were forced to move to a new country. If the language and the culture were unfamiliar. If all you had was what you could carry. Who would you turn to? By becoming a sponsor for a newcomer family, you can be that bridge to security, freedom, and opportunity for refugees rebuilding.
And then that's another thing. This opens a whole lot of shit. Being a sponsor. The most I know about that is movies, the whether it's a horror or a comedy. The foreign exchange student might be a comedy movie, whatever. They come from France or whatever, in the 80s. But they're talking about opening your door and letting some refugees, not even refugees, illegal aliens, that illegally came across the border up in your crib. And they probably paying big money. You know what I'm saying? They are probably, but these people now in your house.
Building their lives near you. You can help newcomers settle into a safe place.
It's like the only refugees I know is the Fugees. The refugee swing. Ooh la la la.
Call home. And you don't
like Lauryn Hill and and Wyclef, and they ain't even together no more. The only refugees I know is the fucking Fugees. But
have to do it alone. You can sponsor with a group, like your congregation or a local nonprofit. You will be the one to greet newcomers at the airport. You'll make sure that they have housing, that the kids are enrolled in school, that adults find work, and that they are connected to healthcare services.
You can do all that in your own country, communists, but y'all want to destroy the United States. Why ain't y'all doing all this fighting to fix the countries that they running from? Y'all want to come over here and fight, send money to Ukraine and fight. Why y'all ain't fighting the cartels? Y'all ain't fighting nobody in these countries that they running from. That tells you right there it's all bullshit. Ain't nobody falling for it. They want to get Nancy Pelosi. We got to, they want to live. No, the American dream ain't for them unless they waited in line, took the test, and got their citizenship. American dream is for us. All of us.
Local benefits. You'll also be someone a newcomer can rely on to answer questions, someone to provide emotional support, and someone to guide newcomers as they navigate challenges and build an independent, fulfilling life. Being a sponsor means being a welcomer. In other words, a neighbor, a teammate, and a friend.
No. It means you're a trafficker and getting paid for it. I mean, getting paid by the charity. Instead of, regular trafficker, you got to make your own money and not get caught, but you got protection. You got protection.
Newcomers newcomer who's lost the life that they had built in their home country.
I've been told you I ain't like that pimp shit. Seriously, I never did. It wasn't no moral thing. Oh, I don't like it. You know, 'cause I was a church, you know, boy, or none of that. I, you know, this shit wasn't gangster too much. Pimps was the 70s. You know, Snoop and all that shit. You know, we love Snoop, but I'm just saying, that's his thing. Pimp C, literally, Pimp C. You know, one of my favorites, all my favorites. But, yeah, all that pimp shit is like, nah, B, not for me. That's what I'm saying. The shit didn't. That's what I'm saying. You getting influenced by rappers. That's what I'm telling you. Y'all lame. I ain't getting influenced. My favorite rappers: Pimp C, Snoop, all the pimps. We pimps for real. Da. Who gives a fuck? The beat dope. The lyrics are dope. What they're talking about is dope. All that, not just the beat. But I'm going in the army. You know exactly. You know this like shit. In the 90s, oh, I just can't pimp. Well, I didn't get that. Never. No. Like I said, you know, my trafficking would have been dope. But I realized something, you know, I guess God, you know, a guy that he tell me don't do it is wrong. The community. No, this shit phony. Yeah, it's a trap, nigga. Yeah, God, that's what God said.
Providing a sense of community and belonging is the greatest support a welcomer can provide. Sponsorship is a deep commitment and not one to take lightly. Welcoming newcomers into your community is a significant responsibility.
They literally advertising for traffickers. Be a trafficker. We live in a day and age, and they got the wholesome music and the woman talking, and you know, and you could be a trafficker. You too can be a trafficker. Just Democrats are crazy. These motherfuckers are crazy. They're literally advertised. You see it live right here. These motherfuckers are advertising for traffickers.
But it can also be a truly transformative experience for everyone involved. So, how do you get started? Register via Welcome Connect, a platform where those seeking refuge can start the conversation with potential sponsors like you. Once you're matched with a newcomer, Welcome.us offers comprehensive resources and step-by-step.
Anything .us is government. That's the Democrats. Yeah, .us. Or no, well, no, that sound, no, it's not. It's close. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I told you a man enough admit when I'm wrong. It's .gov. Exactly. They're trying to sound official. I take that back. .us. Nope. It's .gov. .us, exactly. They're trying to sound official. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a scam. But see, YouTube lets a scam advertise, but they won't let us say what we've got to say. They'll give me a strike if I say certain things, but they're advertised for traffickers.
Guides to help you embark on your sponsorship journey. Ready to change the life of a newcomer in need? Register now on Welcome Connect and see if sponsorship is the right fit for you.
Then he sued this guy.
We got a tip in that suggested that the director of the Department of Human Services was misdirecting money and potentially involved in embezzlement schemes.
Mississippi State Auditor Shad White.
We've seen a ton of welfare money that's intended for the poorest folks here in the state of Mississippi flowing to people who just simply did not need it.
There was a period, clearly, where powerful people were benefiting from TANF funds here in the state of Mississippi.
Has been outspoken on the topic.
The first time that I knew that Brett Favre had some sort of intersection with our investigation was when an investigator walked into my office and he said,
who's this dude?
I need you to watch this video. The first time that I knew that...
Shad White. Who is Shad White? And supposedly he's a Republican state auditor. Let's see.
Brett Favre had some sort of intersection with our investigation was when an investigator walked into my office and he said, I need you to watch this video.
State Auditor Shad White led the investigation.
It was a video of Mr. Favre promoting Prevacus's product, which was a nasal spray that was designed to prevent concussions. And my first question was, what does this have to do with welfare money? And the investigator's answer was exactly, what does it have to do with welfare money?
Incredibly, this person.
It is the one-year anniversary of the Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe versus Wade. And our next guest, Mississippi Attorney General Lynn Fitch, represented her state in the Dobbs versus Jackson case that overturned Roe. And she joins us now. Lynn, it's so great to have you.
Mississippi Attorney General Lynn Fitch would get involved.
See, all the players, Fox News, all that shit. Like I said, I've been told you, and that's regular Fox. Like I said, the only one I fuck with on Fox is that old dude, Barney, on Fox Business, the Maria. But regular Fox, that's how you know some shit. But
in the case, which appears to be out of spite for Auditor White. AJ Perez of Front Office Sports would go on to report an outside law firm was handling the welfare scandal case, not Fitch and her office, which was quite a surprising twist, if I do say so myself. Essentially, they would let Shad White fend for himself. Now, the reason that Fitch may want to let White fend for himself is because possibly, via Perez, when Fitch learned White was writing a book on the scandal, she pulled AG lawyers from defending White in his defamation suit brought by Brett Favre. White's own lawyers.
How much better pie I got? I got enough. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's listen to this again.
which was quite a surprising twist, if I do say so myself. Essentially, they would let Shad White fend for himself. Now, the reason...
So what is the whole problem? I'm missing.
Law
I
firm
think I wasn't paying attention enough. Ah, man, why would I left?
The one-year
Unless you want to be a
anniversary of the
slave.
Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe versus Wade. And our next guest, Mississippi Attorney General Lynn Fitch, represented her state in the Dobbs versus Jackson case that overturned Roe. And she joins us now. Lynn, it's so great to have you.
Mississippi Attorney General Lynn Fitch would get involved in the case, which appears to be out of spite for Auditor White. AJ Perez of Front Office Sports would go on to report an outside law firm was handling the welfare scandal.
Oh, what channel am I watching? TYT. The Young Turks. Oh, shit. That's that dude I showed you. That yogurt dude. Yeah, these are straight up, not strict, but yeah. These are the Young Turks are fucking nasty ass. That motherfucker that went off, was it Candace Owens? Or somebody, yeah, it was. Yeah, the dude, y'all, yeah, I don't care how, according to y'all, all black women, but it's okay for a white or whatever yogurt is to go off on a black woman if she's a Republican. And he just, but she put him in, remember, yeah, that was last week, yeah, you know, he was, and everybody saw it. He was acting like a little kid. He's telling everybody else to shut up and da-da-da. So yeah, of course, these clowns. So now you know, if these clowns are on, it's like I ain't even gotta watch the rest. Seriously. You know, and educate. I ain't even gotta, educate myself on it. These are the same motherfuckers that just nasty. Matter of fact, there's a video of the chick. Even she, but see, she's, coming around or whatever you want to call it, the Anna Kasparian or something like that. And like I said, you see the Young Turk? What is he? Look at him. Look at him. A fucking nerd. It's not his glasses. Without glasses, he look like Paul from Wonder Years. I know y'all don't, most of y'all might, this nigga is exactly, they're mad their whole lives because they couldn't get no pussy. I'm telling you, this is what it goes back to. And I'm telling you, it starts in kindergarten, preschool. It does. You can imagine pretty girls messing with guys like us, chasing us, beating on us. His ass his whole life. And then, yeah, like I said, by even really grade school, they stop all that. And then they turn on again as they get a little older. Middle school, really. Then it turns, because, yeah, now it really gets drastic. So, but he don't understand that. He's mad. Yeah. So, and he finally sees a way to get back. This has nothing to do with none. I keep telling y'all. He finally see. Think about it. He get back at a footballer, high school, big old footballer, Brett Favre, all that. He's seeing ways. All of us. He could get back at all of us. I'm telling you, this is all that is. It's like, oh, so you just if you listen to him. Yeah, he that's why they got bullied. I'm starting to see why. They're just nasty, evil. I don't know why. Honestly, I do want to know why a guy would do that and make them like that. I don't understand. Because it's like he doomed them from birth to... I don't know. Or maybe it is free will, meaning you can fuck who you want and da-da-da-da. I don't know. I don't know how that... I don't know. No, I'm not going soft and feeling sorry for the nerd. I'm just...
Aunt Fitch and her office, which was quite a surprising twist, if I do say so myself. Essentially, they would let Shad White fend for himself. Now, the reason that Fitch may want to let White fend for himself is because possibly, via Perez, when Fitch learned White was writing a book on the scandal, she pulled AG lawyers from defending White in his defamation suit brought by Brett Favre. White's own lawyers in his office are serving
Look
as
at the ultimate Democrat. And then she got 3 expensive dogs. Is that yeah? What are those, Alaskan Malamutes or whatever the fuck you want to call them? She got 3 dogs. See, we're on a video about, and you know she's a Democrat. You know I don't care what you say. You can say, well, if you interview her, she might say she's a Trump. Not around here. She got, y'all talk about poor folks at the poor. This bitch got dogs that are more expensive than your monthly budget. You know, if you're not on food stamps. She got 3 expensive. I mean, they might not be maybe $500 a piece. That's $1,500. She holding $1,500 in her hand right there. Or maybe they not. I don't know. They purebred. But Brett Favre for building something for poor white kids is the problem. Oh, they let her come through. No, she used to be out there. She used to threaten me. She did. She told us she'll get her. I'm not telling on her like that. Let me see if she has something to say. But anyway. So, but the whole thing, Brett Favre is but she walking by with $1,500 in her hand worth of dogs. But Brett Favre is the problem.
counsel. Pretty interesting.
See what I'm saying? Nah, I wanted to see if she was gonna say something. Nah, it would be everybody out here. I'm telling you, it would be like 20 people, you know. And I'm telling them all y'all got to go. But she would get mad. Oh, this is like when I first moved. No, it wasn't that. I thought I just wanted to see if she gonna speak, but she ain't gonna say nothing, right? Nah, you already know what that might have been with the. Nah, she really, you know, you know, I'll get my, you know, I ain't gonna say it whatever. But see what I'm saying? They send they actually she look a little way worse. See, that's Democrat shit, and they want to. That's what how you just saw that. They want, and then y'all young folks, y'all want y'all walking around. That's what y'all want. Democrat, okay. NAACP talking about, yeah, the soul of they want more of y'all walking around like that so they can have jobs. And Al Sharp, all of them, yeah, he probably gonna die of old age. You know, who knows? He, you know, like some people say, he's so evil. Him and Jesse might live to 100, seriously, or whatever. But it's not, nobody's waiting for him. You know, you don't want him to die. I don't. You know, I want him to see, you know.
Most people are too lazy to do this, but it saves homeowners a
by Brett Favre. White
And see, these are what we're talking about. The white nerds. I've been said. I've noticed that my whole life, even in New York. These are the ones who get. Remember, y'all tried to say it was Republican. These are the ones who get permission to say stuff to black people because of y'all. Just like I just said it like that. Like I said, the dude who was yelling at Candace Owens, they get permission because, and these are the racists. They're not even racist. I'm telling you the whole time. I'm talking about the whole, because before America, it wasn't called racism. Like any historian know, there was slavery all over the world. Aztecs enslaving other Aztecs. So how was that? Yeah, Africans enslaving before the Europeans even arrived. Racism is a new concept. It's just remember, I've been told you there's no such thing. I mean, you're just a jealous, hateful ass nigga, and some of them was born, you know, 300, 400, 500, 600, and then yeah, we know the Bible, you know, slave. That's where I learned about it as a kid. They would say, you know, It's a punishment. And that's how you would think us black people are the real chosen people, because we got put into punishment. But they, all these witchcraft and these black women and all that shit, they tried to tell, yeah, the ancestors. Look at Daniel, look at Nebuchadnezzar, all of that. I will let these people, because of y'all was so disobedient, you're going to get put in slavery. And I heard that as a kid, not in church, but my folks been heard that. But they changed all that, and all these people that don't go, that have been, all of them, all the, they're good people, they go to work, but they're not. And then you ain't got to go to church. I don't go to church. I'm not finna, yeah, the church is full of all of it, the same thing. Church is no different. A black church is no, and I ain't even talking about Jakes and Puffy. Before that, right? So yeah, it's just like it looks like it's like, for anybody that don't understand, never read the Bible, and ain't grew up in a family, whatever. They go to church. I don't mean whatever like that. I'm talking about, I ain't putting myself up here and on pedestal. What I'm saying, didn't learn what I, or just even over. You didn't get to hear stuff I heard just playing games, playing video games, whatever. You just hear that on a Sunday or at dinner, Sunday dinner, whatever. You hear this conversation. Put it like this. You see how kids, and that's another thing they did. That's another biblical thing. Not punishing people. But see, that means if you're not getting punished, and no, nobody is proud of getting whooped. Like I said, if you're not getting whooped, that means your parents don't love you. If they let you walk out of, you're 3 years or 4 years old, they don't care. If they might not be trying to lose you. They just don't care. Like, say you're sitting out here, a parent, you got a female, and look at that vehicle. Yeah, exactly. That look like a cop vehicle. Now I'm going into my old school days, like after I got out the army. Yeah, that probably FBI more than, yeah. They still, yeah. That's Kamala team, Kamala. Them Fords, yeah, like that. Yeah, it really. He rolled down the window, but it look a city truck right after. It look, they all, yeah. These motherfuckers are mad. But anyway, back to what I was saying. If you didn't get a whooping for doing stuff, that means your mama and your dad, they don't love you. Seriously. All right, so if your race didn't get a whooping, that means God don't love you. And no, it's not. See, you're just horrible. It's like, no, you don't give a fuck about slavery. I care more about it. Exactly. That's the whole thing. That's how everybody knows it's fake. Y'all are fake and phony. But I know it's no sense. It's nothing you can do. It's over. Them people are dead. No movie is gonna make me angry like that. I don't care, the Django or whatever is gonna make. Oh, I'm gonna kill an actor or white. No, it's just the actor. They're dead. We don't know that. We don't know that. Or Roots. Remember Roots with the nigga from Reading Rainbow, and then the nigga he's Geordi from Star Trek. That nigga Roots. Yeah, it's supposed to make you mad, but aren't you, is no, nigga, it's that we ain't being slaves, damn, that nigga, it's plenty of comedians back then when they was allowed to be comedians, got jokes. Kunta, they covered that nigga foot, he still ran, he's still running with 1 foot, nigga. We making jokes, yeah, I'll be like, I'm running, nigga, even with 1 foot. Fuck massa, I'm getting out of here. But y'all take that shit seriously. Like I said, y'all need to be in mental hospitals. Nobody want to force you to become, a follower, a believer. No, you ain't got to do all that, but you need to be away from the rest of us because you crazy. And you listening to white nerds.
White's own lawyers in his office are serving as his counsel. Pretty interesting. How about this guy?
Typical white conservative male that's stuck in his own little world and don't give a damn about anything that doesn't impact him.
NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, see, that Shannon's now, that's what I'm talking about. That now, okay, but it's like, well, you're on our side about shit. Nope, this is totally different. Y'all, this is the same thing with Kamala. All y'all care about is she playing black. All I see is a hoe. Whether she's black or not, I see a red bone or whatever. She not red because she's not black. Blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I just seen red bones that are literally both parents are black, or One of them's dark as me, and you know, the daughter and the father is light skinned, and the daughter is a red bone, or the son. You know, I just say, you know, we just seen all of us. You should have seen it all, right? All I see is a hoe. Jezebel, y'all. Nobody gives y'all trying to distract from the fact that she is not, you know, a good leader. That's all it is. She's not. She don't care. She's a communist. She's not an American. She's a traitor. Who gives a fuck about her goddamn color?
Police don't want you to know this. The deadline is...
Police just rolled by. Look at YouTube. You know, still on it.
By Brett Favre. White's own lawyers in his office are serving as his counsel. Pretty interesting. How about this guy?
Typical white conservative male that's stuck in his own little world and don't give a damn about anything that doesn't impact him.
NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp.
And see, that's what I'm talking about. And then that looked like an old clip before he even got on YouTube. So now, you know, they use clips of black folks to try to, so they a nerd. Yeah. I can finally get back at the high school guy who had all the cheerleaders. He was the quarter. Think about it. Brett was the quarterback of his high school. And yeah, this dude is young. He wasn't even alive at the time Brett was in high school, but he's mad at his high school days. He had all the cheerleaders. You know, think about it. If he's Brett Favre when he was in high school, he was clowning. He was winning. He wouldn't be he wouldn't be one of the greatest ever. If he wasn't winning in high school, everybody, cheerleaders, this nerd finally see a white nerd or whatever he is, finally sees a chance to get back at us, the cool people, the cool kids. That's all it is. And they're using stupid ass niggas to fulfill their revenge, the revenge of the nerds, the revenge of the nerds.
October of 2023, USA Today would go on to report that a federal judge dismissed Favre's defamation suit against Shannon Sharp when he was with FS1. The former tight end accused the former quarterback of, quote, taking from the underserved, and said he, quote, stole money from people that really needed that money as part of the humongous public corruption case, not just with Favre and others allegedly taking money from the poorest in the country, but the poorest in the union.
You know, they literally try to make it's like, I don't know. Don't they see? You get a dude. Neither one of them dudes, Yogurt or him. You get a dude. I would. Why don't communists? Because they're just, you know what? See, communists shoot themselves in the foot. If I'm trying to say I would never do this, I would get a dude like Brad Pitt. I would try to brainwash him. If I'm the mastermind, that guy's like, yeah, this my nigga, yeah, my dude. Oh yeah, he finna fuck that bitch. Oh shit. And girls like, what's that? Y'all messengers of fucking nerds that turn everybody off. You know, or anybody, a black dude, it's just but I get what I'm just saying. If you want to do all the racism thing, I don't know too many. You know, the other ones, you know, the Mexicans that I'm pretty sure there's Mexican heartthrobs, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the girls want to fuck and guys want to be, but you know, guys like us, you didn't want to be. That's just your homie. And like I said, I don't know, for some reason, I guess if I had friends like that, if once you're peers with each of us, we all grow up, but it's always the older dudes. Even for me, like I said, ninth grade, you know, then when my home, the star, the basketball, all that foot, you know, they, I guess because I was from, I don't know, they took care. That's where I learned. They took, you know, they took care, drove it, you know, whatever. So it's not, and Brad Pitt's younger than me, but I'm just saying, you know, they're older guys, you know. If you're in ninth grade, you can look up to that's what they tried to change. Oh, they're drugging. Yeah, remember they got it. They ain't got it. You know, we guys like us, we know for a fact them niggas ain't got to drug nobody.
Country but the poorest in the Union. Favre was ticked. All right. He did not agree with this being thrown out. And he wanted to continue trying to go on offense. But like his career has shown, reflecting his football career, he had another unforced error and embarrassed himself. From Mississippi Today, on Monday, the United States Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals rejected a request by Favre to resurrect a defamation suit against Shannon Sharpe, who said on his September 14, 2023 show that the former he had another unforced error and embarrassed himself. From Mississippi Today, on Monday, the United States Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals rejected a request by Favre to resurrect a defamation suit against Shannon Sharpe, who said...
Fifth Circuit Court, was that Louisiana? If we look it up, pretty sure it's a whole bunch of Democrats. It's a federal, they elected Democrats. Louisiana. What is that? Is he from Shreveport, Fifth Circuit? I don't know. We'll just look it up. Let's see. I don't know all that jumbo. But is it, well, let's see. Whatever. Yeah, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas. All right, and let's see. Well, fifth, while the district did Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. This is Priscilla Richmond, Fifth Circuit. Priscilla Richmond. I'm gonna click on it. There's no picture. She could be labeled. She could call herself a Republican, but I doubt. We'll see. Like I said, I bet $1. Priscilla, that right there sounds super Democrat, but we'll see. Let me click on it. White lady, whatever. American lawyer. Let's see her. What's gonna be her claim to fame? I'm pretty sure she was a civil rights or some shit. But no, George W. Bush. But see, that's another career politician. Bush is the cabal. Bush, the first Bush, his daddy, George Bush Sr. Why do I laugh? Because I guess everybody like, George Bush Jr., George W. because he was fun to make fun. See, yes, he's a Republican, and that's what they always. That's why they didn't none of them like Trump. It's not, we wasn't trying to clean it up because we didn't even know what they meant. He's an outsider. 2016, I didn't know. Outsider. What do they mean? He's an outsider. He's not one of them. Think about it. That's why it was always the same mode. Whether it was a Republican or they're all lifelong insiders in Washington. George Bush, all that. And he's the young one. But anyway, seems like the sun finna start coming out. Might have to.
Against Shannon Sharpe, who said on his September 14, 2023 show that the former Southern Miss and Packers QB stole funds from the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families government program meant for those living in poverty. Michael McCann is a really good writer that has worked for many outlets, including Sports Illustrated in their heyday. He now writes for Sportico. Judge Leslie Southwick reasoned that Sharpe was simply offering strongly stated opinions about a widely reported welfare scandal. McCann's piece would go on. Southwick, in an opinion joined by Judges Kyle Duncan and Jeremy... Sorry, my eyes are getting bad. Jeremy Comodal stressed that while Sterrett tossed the case on grounds of Sharpe's comments were rhetorical hyperbole, the Fifth Circuit sees a different rationale for siding with the tight end. His statements were protected opinions that were based on disclosed materials, including in news reports. McCann writes of another wrinkle.
Do not replace your
What is all these ads? I see more ads on this shit than in it we've seen.
windows until you see this. Why? Because most people don't know that they can get new.
And I cannot believe this. Southwick noted that Sharp made an incorrect statement about Favre having not repaid an additional $1.1 million in temporary assistance for needy families funds. But Skip Bayless, of all people, corrected the statement on the air to say that Favre had repaid the amount, except for the interest, which was true. Bayless also stressed that Favre, quote, has not been criminally charged. McCann would lay out the case that in some aspect, Sharp could thank Bayless for correcting him, though I still believe.
So what they sound like, what they're saying, Skip Bayless, y'all love Skip. I'm not a sports dude, so I don't, have no association with Skip like that. I mean, as far as, whatever. But sound like maybe that's why the lawsuit is dismissed. Maybe because Skip corrected him and he corrected himself. It's like, oh, no, man. And like I said, that's like hood shit. So I guess Skip did, sometimes we might all of us might have saved a nigga and sometimes been saved. But I don't think so with me. But I think I have saved plenty of niggas, because me, I got the, like I'm talking about before I joined the army. Nah, man, nah, he ain't say that. That ain't, you're like, and you're not even trying to stop, shit from popping off. You just, that's not, no, man, it ain't like that. Or and technically, yeah, like Skip at that, whatever, my word was good enough, and now it turns out I was right, as usual, because that's what I'm saying.
The ruling of strongly worded statements based on news reports would remain as fact, take precedent, and this case would be thrown out again. Let me just also say this. Having covered the Brett Favre scandal from the beginning, along with many other media members, it is rather shocking. And I understand that if litigation is ongoing, that you don't want to criminalize yourself by giving interviews, potentially with people that could get you caught in a bind. But him going on Newsmax and with Eric Bolling, who he hosted a podcast with before all this came out, where he said that he thought Derek Chauvin did not mean to intentionally kill George Floyd. Idiotic statement, among many others, on the Bowling for Favre.
This is getting nerves. Now, the Floyd thing, George Floyd. First of all, me and George Floyd are he's not here. We're the exact same age, right? He would be. I had to look it up to see who's older, like who was born, in February or who was born but he was born in the same year. Well, you can look it up for yourself. So whatever. All right, so the fact that he became a crackhead, that speaks volumes. I don't care. He's from no, nigga. I lived in New York. Queen when crack hit. I was in Queens, and like I said, by the time it really, really blew up, what I saw in Birmingham, like I said, I wanted to be a drug dealer. How in the fuck you turn out to be a goddamn, the big? You can see them driving, literally sitting on my porch in my neighborhood. They drive, whatever, going to school. Had nothing to, none of that shit. Yeah, in Roswell, I didn't see him, because at that time I was but I come spend the summer in Birmingham with my grandma, whatever. Roswell, you don't see no drug dealers. This is 80. Now there's a whole. I'm pretty sure they been infiltrated Roswell, like everything. All them Real Housewives, millionaire black folks. Roswell, probably just like the hood now. But at 87, 86, 88, whatever. All right, so. You know how I don't know why he brought up. I wasn't. Maybe I wasn't paying. He brings up something. I don't know. I ain't paying attention. Maybe. Uh, this nerd. The George Floyd. First of all, he's my. And so for everybody, I don't care about all. He was on his neck and that. Like I said again, my homeboy that I keep talking about. He called back then. He was on his neck. I'm like, nigga, he's a fucking crackhead. Well, he did. He said that. I think I said that. They give the white man a white right. What, nigga? You would have been if I would have said so or whatever. We would have been on the nigga the same George Floyd. We'd have been on that nigga neck. What are you talking about? Just like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the danger, the hellfire, the danger. You're a hypocrite. It ain't nothing to do with racism. Is that what it? I don't care. That's how I feel. Like seriously, if we ain't got to do that no more. If this nigga owed us money, we would have been on his neck. Maybe not on his neck. Well, honestly, you know what? That's something I ain't even finna say. You know. It's just like I can't even. I'm not. I might say. I don't know if I'm gonna bring it up, but anyway. All right. So my thing is none of that. How you become a crackhead and we're the same in our generation. How you use drugs? When did you become? Here they go with their. See, they flying under the clouds. It's a helicopter. Usually it turns. But anyway, this whole they still trying to milk this George Floyd with a. First, you being a mule, a drug. Could you imagine? I'm talking about anybody, RAs, a drug mule. Nigga, you sticking drugs up your ass or swallowing drugs? Unless they holding a gun to your head, and if that's the case, I don't know. I'm taking off and keeping them drugs and shit them out somewhere. I'm finna run away. I promise you. I'm running away to another. Whatever they made me swallow or whatever, I'm running. But what about your family? I gotta. That means I gotta flip that shit so I can come back and get revenge. I'm dead serious. This ain't no movie talk. It's like but obviously, that wouldn't have happened. That's what that means. He wasn't made to be a drug mule. He was a crackhead. Like I said, I remember this after I got the army. I'm just being cool, hanging with niggas, and technically, I guess I could have got in some shit just hanging out with these niggas. But no, this is what after I'm working for labor finance. I got a raggedy car, but I'm still pulling up. Whatever. And they send the crackhead to the store to buy, wrap back. But yeah, this is by the time wraps are out. I'm saving money to buy a house, and I'm telling them all about my real estate empire dream. But they still on this crack shit, but whatever. And so we sitting out there in the yard, and like I said, that's why I get that. I had to, learn about I will pull up and just pull up and I'm gonna stay, so I pull up and park my car. See, it's on the street like that, literally street lip. So but it wasn't about that. It was about the old lady, really, or who, all the neighbors. No, man, you can't park. Don't park in front of her house, huh? All right, no problem. Whatever. I'd either park if there was room. I'd park in his driveway or just park in front of. It just honestly, I probably was parking in front of her house to leave space for the customers, for them. I'm just showing up to chill. I done probably bought a 6-pack or something, what. But either way, it's we're out there hanging out, and the she gonna call y'all, do something about whatever. But this whole thing. So yeah, how you end up a drug mule? You was born in the 70s. And so anyway, so yeah, I'm sitting there and he, went on, hey, go to the store and he give him a $20, because he need a $15 Nextel charge or whatever it is, whatever back then, '05 was, the phone card, $15. And yeah, they, whatever. All right. But I went into, I said, I understand that. And it's a pack of Newports and keep the rest for yourself, and Swisher. Yeah, Swisher, pack of Newport. And go to the store for him. And he gonna give some shake or whatever that's left in the bag and da da da. But my thing was, the reason I remember it, I feel burned because maybe this was '08 or '09. I wanted them to buy a smartphone. Or it was years, it was earlier, but years later I'm still, I'm like, I remember you be spending $35 every time. So that means, who knows, he spent like $100 something every day because he's making, okay. But that means out of pocket, I mean, after everything, selling drugs, you might even only make $600 that day, 500, who knows. Maybe even only $200 or maybe $100. But you didn't seen maybe who knows how much money. Because like they said, you got to support your own habits. You got to do this or that. You got to pay the house fees, the house man, all this shit. It's like, nigga, you could just get a job, but no, he said, whatever. But really, I think what it was, the burn by the time smartphone. I'm like, man, because I don't know. At that time, I thought I wanted to be able to talk with them, and nobody had smartphones. And this was only '08, '09, so it wasn't. I don't even think the video calls was out. And ain't no thinking it wasn't on Apple or nothing. But I was on Android, and I'm still. So I'm like, damn, y'all could. I know this is your. I ain't saying use this and give them everybody your connects, your customers, your geekers, your connects. Don't give them that number. But for the rest of us, get your phone. Yeah, for me and everybody, get you this. This is your just whatever your girl or the rest of all your friends. Yeah, get you one of these, but they wouldn't do it. But really, that's the thing. It wasn't the money. Cause I'm like the bill, but they did say that shit. Communist. Oh, that's expensive. I'm like, even if you do, you got bad or no credit. Cause more than likely they got no credit, right? They drug deal, no credit. $300. You got 300. They gonna give it back to you. And the bill is $35 a month, and this was in '08, '09. You're gonna get whatever. And really, at the first one was the T-Mobile G1, and that's what I got. And I used my, the 2-year, whatever, upgrade. That's why it's $35 a month, and it was only that much because I want unlimited. And you pay it off. I'm like, do that or outright buy it. I just want